A step further. No one is allowed into the city without an entry permit.
I heard you hold people prisoner if they can't prove their identities.
Of course. Need a valid ID to enter or to leave. It's important we keep the right balance here, and that we can hold people accountable. We've worked hard to keep things running here. We can't start letting people flood in, or the troublemakers will take over. Anyone who tries to get around with ID is given straight to the suggesters to be taken care of.
What's a suggester?
Our suggesters are the reason things remain peaceful in the city. If someone causes trouble, then they're either thrown out, see a suggester for reorientation, or both. But don't worry, it's a positive experience that will leave you happy about life. Even so, I recommend avoiding it.
I have an entry ID. Let me through.
Really? I thought I knew all the ones that had been issued. And you were here asking about getting ID before. So tell me where you got this one.
It's mine. I was issued one after all. Must have misplaced it.
All right. I'll believe you this once. I've got to be wary. That desert gang of outlaws is always trying to find ways to get by me. Oh, and there are some rules I need to tell you before you enter. First, stay away from the generators. Nobody but the technicians is allowed access to them. That sort of security is why we need to keep an eye on IDs. So if you meet someone who's in the city illegally, report them to us immediately. And Eric will take care of them. We can only keep peace in the city if we all work together, and we keep the city secure. That's what was laid down by the Great Council of Magalan. And the Great Council gave the clerics the responsibility for guaranteeing that everyone is welcome here until they cause trouble. So keep the peace while you're in there. Our suggesters are busy enough without you adding to their workload. And that's it. You may pass.
What's happening in the city?
Nothing right now, but it's simmering. You can feel it. There was something building even before we let those Alp separatists in here. They just lit the touch paper. But hey, we're supposed to be a... sanctuary, so someone decided to open the gates and let the separatists in.
I was also an Alb once.
You? Bullshit. Since when do separatists travel in small groups? What, you're serious? As if we didn't have enough trouble. You better stick with the rest of your crowd. Then I'll know where to find you when we need to kick you out.
Where can I find Eric?
Just go straight down the path into the inner city. You should find him there.
You mentioned the Council of Magellan.
The Great Council, yes. You'll have to speak to Judicator Alois if you want to know more about that. I'm not that well informed on my history.
Who's Alois?
Alois is the Judicator in charge of the city. You'll find him in the castle. He likes to stay close to the generators.
Yeah? Not
I'm staying
now.
out of it.
I'm stealing just there, right in front of him.
Talk, that's all he is.
It doesn't matter how you see it. I see it differently.
I'm staying out of it.
I have to get going.
I'll see you later.
Yeah? Not now. Yeah? Not now.
So, you come here from Goliath?
Goliath?
You escaped in a crate?
Yeah, those idiots had no idea I was in there. I waited till they were busy with the next one.
You got lucky.
That would...
Hey, you!
Let me guess. I'm not allowed into the upper quarter?
What? No, everyone's allowed to move about freely here. I just have a question for you. You got here recently, right? I just want to know what things are like outside the dome. What's going on out there? Are the Albs attacking?
There are raids, but there have been no major assaults recently.
I'm sure that's just the calm before the storm. I just hope the dome holds. There's a lot of people depending on this dome of mine. So they pass us by like a river around a rock. Kalan gave us the knowledge, and now look what we've achieved.
You built the dome?
I designed the plans for it. My name is Eric, chief engineer here. Of course, as long as we can maintain some of the energy regulators.
I can repair the energy rig.
Thanks for the offer, but that's not necessary. I've already repaired the components. They just haven't all...
Why don't the clerics have a dome like this in...
The dome requires immense amounts of energy, and the fluctuations in it have to be constantly balanced. The technology is complex. That means there's no way to cover the Hort with a shield like this. Besides, the cliffs around Hort give it a natural protection.
About the broken... I will help you with the energy regulators.
I wanted to do it myself, but... So, let's find out who you are. You should go to Ignadon one day. You could be a good cleric. I have the energy regulator here. Please, take it to Lutz and help him to install it. Come back to me when you're done.
What do you want? Do you back the clerics here, or do you want them gone?
You get right to the point, don't you?
And are you gonna give me an answer?
I'm for the clerics.
You think they bring security? That they protect us? They say they're here to keep things safe, to keep order. But it's obvious they want to drop their neutrality and extend Ignadon's control into Abessa. Not allowing anyone in or out of the city, that's just the start of it. You think that's because the Alps are getting closer? Or that those followers of Kalan really want a backdoor for invasion?
The Albs are more of a threat than the clerics.
Executions, converters, torture. Believe me, I know all about that shit. But those guys are only interested in Elex, and as far as I know, there isn't any more here in the city than there is elsewhere. So why should they show any interest in attacking a fortified position to get it, instead of sweeping up all there is out there?
The Albs want all the Elex. All of it. No matter where it is.
We won't get in their way. We don't want Elex. They have to see that. They'd be attacking us for nothing. No, it's the clerics.
Hunter sent me.
Why didn't he come himself?
He was afraid he wouldn't be let out of the city again if he was caught.
You mean he was afraid the same thing would happen to him that happened to me? Fuck it. At least the suggesters haven't found me yet. Did Hunter give you something for me?
Yes, I have something for you.
Thanks. I was starting to think that I would never leave this stinking cleric-infested dome. I don't know if Hunter promised you a reward, but here's something for me in any case. You've helped a good cause. Trust me.
Why don't you do something to stop the clerics?
I trust you. You gave me my ticket here after all. But I can't tell you our plan. But you must have realized by now, the dome must go. The clerics can't be allowed to take Abessa.
You really messed up there.
Hey, put the weapon away. Finally, you've got the right idea.
You should go back to Origin.
Sure. You really messed up there.
say. What do you want? Do you back the clerics here, or do you want them gone?
You get right to the point, don't you?
And are you gonna give me an answer?
I'm for the clerics.
You think they bring security? That they protect us? They say they're here to keep things safe, but it's obvious they want to drop their neutrality. Not allowed. You think...
The Albs are...
Execution. But those guys... So...
The Albs want all the Elex.
We won't get in their way.
Why don't you do something to stop them?
What's that got to do with you? You expect me to trust you just like that?
Hunter sent me.
Why didn't he come himself?
He was afraid he wouldn't be let out.
You mean he was afraid? Fuck it. At least the suggesters... Did Hunter give you something for me?
No, he didn't.
Shit. He was supposed to get me an ID card. Fucking clerics. What am I supposed to do now?
You really messed up there.
I have a forged ID for you.
Are you trying to get me angry? Let me guess. Gregor, the Dome Guard, sent you. I told him 1,000 times I'm not responsible for these things. Alois is the city's supervisor. You should report such matters to him. Go on, go and play Gregor's messenger boy.
I will take the ID.
Ah, no, it's all... Shit, I'm sorry I bit your head off. It's just... But Gregor keeps sending me every task he comes across. If there's trouble, I have enough to... Still, that's not... Please, take your reward for honorable service to the Dome. I'll check to see who this ID was customized for. Then a suggester can take care of the rest. Deceit like this can only lead us to uncovering a greater lie.
Hey, you. I heard you speaking to Eric. He gave you an energy regulator for the dome, right? Give it to me, will you? Very soon now, you're going to need the right sort of friend, and giving that to me will earn you that.
Why do you want the regulator?
Haven't you noticed the tension here? All the anger and the plotting? It scares the hell out of me. So I want a way out of here if things go wrong. A sort of backdoor. I want to modify the regulator so I can drop a section of the dome and get out if things go bad. Let me modify it. Then I'll give it back to you so you can get it to where it needs to be. You've got to see why I'd want a way out, yeah? So do we have a deal?
What's in it for me if I help you?
Profit is profit. I respect that attitude. What do you think about 100 shards?
I won't give you the regulator.
Then you've blown your chance. And don't come back to me and ask for help when no one will let you out of here.
That wasn't great, what?
Halt! Not a known as...
I have an entry ID. Let me...
Really? And you... So...
It's a counterfeit. It's a fake ID.
A fake? Then it's a good one. I normally spot those right off. Well, I'll have to confiscate this. But what to do with you now? Seeing as you played it straight with me, you get lucky. I'll issue you with a valid ID. Just make sure you take this fake straight to Eric when you get inside, right? And that's not a request. Oh, and there are some rules I need to tell you before. First, stay away from the generators. That sort of security is why we need to keep a rein on fake IDs. So take that fake straight to Eric, okay? Anyone you meet in the city who hasn't got proper documents, report them to him. We can only keep peace in the city if we... That's what was led... And the Great Council. That means everyone is welcome here. So keep... And that...
What's happening?
Nothing right now. There was something... But hey, we're...
How many separate...
Too many. Once in Alb... Oh, they still hit Elex. Just... I don't know what they want in this... We weren't so... Last thing we...
I heard you hold people...
Of course. It's important. And the... We've... Anyone...
What's this?
If someone... But don't... Even...
Where can I find... You...
The... I'm not...
Who's Al?
You'll...
The Elex. The Elex is behind most of this.
Always spitball of a day, ain't it?
I don't have the shard, so that's not gonna happen.
Do you believe that? Really believe it? He's been bothering me with that for days now.
Yeah. She said she saw him. We'll talk later, yeah?
Well, the dude took the fort from Bloody Bastard.
It doesn't matter how you see it. I see it differently.
What do you want? Do you back the clerics here, or do you want them gone? You think they bring security? They say, but it's not allowed. You think? But those... So I...
The Albs want all...
You expect...
Hunter.
Why didn't...
He was a...
You mean he would... Fuck it. Did Hunter...
No, he didn't.
Shit. Fucking clerics. What am I supposed to do now?
You really messed up there.
Hey, you.
Let me get...
What? You got... I just... So... That... Besides...
I have a forged ID for you.
Are you trying to get me angry? I
will take the ID to Alois.
no, it's all right. It's all right. Just Just give it here. I'll take care of it. Shit, I'm sorry I bit your head off. I've got enough to do, but Gregor keeps sending me every task he comes across. If there's trouble with the generator, I have enough to deal with without... Still, that's not your problem. Please, take your reward for honorable... I'll check to see who this...
About the broken energy regulators. What will happen?
If just one regulator fails, it could mean an emergency shutdown for the dome. Otherwise, the discharge it would create could kill a whole lot of the people the shield is supposed to be protecting. But whether it's a discharge or an emergency shutdown, both scenarios would see us defenseless.
How many energy regulators?
Well, all of them. I've sorted replacements where I can. But Lutz hasn't received his yet.
I will help you with the energy.
I wanted to do it myself, so you please come back.
Do you ever think about how things might have been before the comet?
Who knows what they're going to find in those ruins next?
Don't mess me around, or I'll mess with you.
Sure, okay. I don't know. What have you heard? Because I haven't heard
anything. You gotta think before you go out and do that.
Huh. What do we have here?
You would better not mean that literally.
Go on, growl again. Growl. How did you get the guard to let you into the dome? I'd watch out. They're probably trying to recruit you. You wouldn't be the first to come here looking for shelter only to end up bowing down to Kalan. However you got in, you're going to find it even harder to get out. The clerics are a little jumpy at the moment. You might say paranoid. So, when they do let someone in, it does make me wonder who they are and why the clerics thought letting them in was a good idea.
If it's so hard to get in, what are you doing here?
I got in before things got so paranoid. And I came here for profit of... Lots of nervous people close to the Alps tend to be willing to invest shards in their safety, you see. And getting hold of supplies is hard out here. So, if you can get them, you can sell them for a high price. Well, that was the plan. Now, the clerics have stopped me trading and cut off all the supplies.
And you just let them...
Of course I didn't let them. But getting around their ban isn't simple. It's impossible to get by the guards without an ID card. And they took mine from me as part of their crackdown. Now they say I'm causing trouble. But what else is a businesswoman supposed to do when she has her business taken from her?
About your trade ban.
Yeah, don't tell me. Trading weapons can pose a danger to the community. But this is about self-defense. I mean, what? Are we supposed to throw rocks at the Albs when they attack? But the clerics want to keep all the guns for themselves and screw the rest of us. They call it neutrality, but I say it's oppression.
Sounds like you could use some help.
Yes. Yes, I could. Still, let's say he's right. And that I could get a hold of supplies. Not from Tavar, obviously. They've blocked that route. Let's say I could get some weapons from these separatists, for example. And need shards. And that they also have the business acumen of a stunned troll, so they need a salesperson. Me, for example. What if I was to say that? And what if I was to say that I have to find someone who could enter and leave this city freely? If I was to say that, then what would you say?
I'd say you're walking a dangerous line.
I can't leave without profit. Hell, right now I can't eat without profit. So I need this deal. So if you blab, what have I lost? Nothing. And without any guns to show, it's just your word against mine.
I could help you get your weapons.
Good. Right. So, this is what you need to do. Leave the city and find a separatist called Radok. I think he's a separatist. But whatever he is, he's a mad fucker. I can't make sense of most of what he says. But he has the weapons, and he likes trade. I think he likes trade. It's hard to tell. He wants to sell the weapons, but you'll have to work on him, okay? He won't just hand them over.
Where can I find Radok?
Up in the Highlands. When we last spoke, he told me he was going to head over to the northeast. He mentioned an abandoned wind turbine. With luck, he'll still be out there.
Why even waste time thinking about it?
Hey, you. I heard you speaking to Eric. He gave you an energy regulator. Give it to me, will you? Very soon now, you're going...
What's in it for me if I help?
Profit is... I respect... What do you
I won't give you the regulator.
Then you've blown your chance. And don't come back to me and ask for help when no one will let you out of here.
Did you flee here from the desert?
Flee? No. But to live in Tavar, you need shards. And despite my talents, I wasn't one of the Duke's favorites, and that made making a profit hard.
You think it's better here?
Yes, for sure. For me, at least. And those berserkers are the worst for it. One of those assholes killed my friend for fun. Now that bastard is focused on me and nobody's helping me. Even though they know it'll be their turn next, and keeping their head down won't save them.
Who is this berserker that's giving you trouble?
Brabak. A bull of a man and twice as ugly. Bone-breaking bastard.
About Brabak. Where can I find Brabak?
He's usually near the inn. Just follow your nose. If it smells like piss, you found him.
Leave Brabak to me.
You'll deal with him? That would be great, really great. You won't find me trying to put you off that. If you think you can scare him off so he leaves me alone, that would be good. Even if I do, I think ramming a knife into his guts would be a better approach. I would have tried that myself. But if I'd failed... But if you do get rid of him, however you do it, then I will pay you.
Let's trade.
Okay.
great, was it?
Do you
Two experienced warriors.
Cooper, outlaw. You fled here from Tavar, is that you?
Yeah? What do you want?
You know what this is.
Fuck.
You're lucky you're getting a chance. You will leave the city. Be grateful you're being allowed to live. You will go to your camp and be happy to stay there.
I must leave. I will be grateful. I will be happy to stay in my camp. I'm happy. I like living here. The cleric's law will be obeyed. Something bad happened in the city. I don't want to live there anymore. But it's all right. I'm just grateful I got out of there.
You're happy? Why are you happy?
Yes, I'm happy. Happy that I found this place. I'm glad I left the city. I'm glad I'm here now.
Did you lose something? Are you coming to see me?
Keep your hands off my machines. Any accidents are gonna be dangerous for me, you, and the whole city. The energy regulators are screwed. The surge gauge is failing and I can't see why. And now the shield profiler is returning a really strange set of values. Altogether, that makes for one dangerous set of problems that could fry both of us if the wrong bit of kit gets jolted. And I'm the one who has to fix all this. Ah, shit, I can't even sort out the replacement parts until I have this thing.
Eric sent me.
Thank Kalan. Do you have the energy regulator?
Yes. Here.
Perfect. That looks great. Thanks. Thanks for getting that. I'll install it immediately. You better get back to Eric. You can tell him I'm putting it in right now.
If you're here for the food rations, then I'll tell... Someone must have been making a joke. I don't have anything to sell or give out. So you can just turn around and leave.
I'm not here about the food
You're not? Ah, is that so? Well, then I'm sorry. I have been the butt of a joke that has left me rather angry, and I thought... Well, I'm sorry. It's just... I'm just so sick of it. The belligerence between the berserkers and outlaws. Everything was simpler when I was a cultivator in Goliath. We had laws and everyone obeyed them. Why can't people just all work together?
If you feel that way, why don't you go back to Goliath?
No. Those days are gone. I left willingly to establish a world heart here in Abessa. But when it became clear that the seedling wouldn't grow, Caleb decided that we would remain here. And whatever Caleb says is best. But now, no, I can't go back. We went against orders from Goliath. If I go back now, they'll just stick me in a cage, no questions asked. The domed city is our last hope.
Lutz has the energy regulator.
Good. The dome should be more stable now. I thank Kalan for sending you. The dome is a gift from Kalan.
Too easy.
Tell me about the city.
Right, well, this place always has something going on, but right, the western section say, the southern Alois, he thinks he's got... If you ignore anything else, don't ignore that advice. One shot.
Did someone tell you you could come in here? Who's prowling around out there? I'm watching you. I don't have any time right now.
Yeah.
I think you can just leave it like that.
Is it what you wanted?
Am I crazy, or is our generator...
Sure, okay. What is it you want?
Who are you?
You first. Come on. Who are you? There is something that is familiar about you, but I can't quite place it. No matter, I suppose. All people are welcome in Abyss. Even Al. I think...
What do you mean?
That's a... If you're...
A traitor?
As you wish.
Tell me your story.
Right.
Just get on with it.
Okay, I'll... So, back then, as a child, but when up, he took... I remember...
What happened?
Well, nope. Nothing. I think... Why? I swore...
Where did you go?
Well, it didn't... I don't... I learned... Life...
And why did...
Because I think that when I left, they can... All the clerics... So, I... Building thing. And it's like this place. At least that's the vision. Not all... That's another reason to maintain these... To protect what we have. Well, I hope you find your place in the world. It's good when you do.
I'm leaving.
What are you doing here?
I take care of the mechs and drones here in the city, which means I coordinate and plan their maintenance and when I'm lucky, which I'm having to do quite a lot. Say, are you good with technology?
I know the basics.
Unfortunately, we don't really have time to train. On the other hand, I have 4 people. Would that be something you could do for me? I'd pay you.
Yeah, I'll...
Great. The 4 names I have are Daryl, but... Oh, and we'd be trusting them with the mechs and AI.
About the...
Yes?
Tell me about...
Not...
You want to...
We need... Albs... I don't...
Tell me about...
Daryl is an outlaw. He's a... So... I'm... If he... But I...
What do you know about Rorik?
Rorik is a berserker. I think I last saw him somewhere around... It might seem... And I think I could teach him everything else that he needs to know. And it would show that we were reaching out to the berserkers who have... Their magic is very powerful, but it'll be important...
You say it's a solution, but I think it will make things worse.
Oh, then why are we still working with that piece of crap?
Ask the technicians.
Hard.
That's it. I'm going.
So many patrols that got themselves in trouble recently.
Nothing
It's
is
a
free in
wonder any
life.
of them are still standing.
You can forget it, Brabeck. I serve every...
Hey, come over here. Let's get a drink together.
What are we celebrating?
Victory over the Alps! Or do you have another reason to celebrate? Because any reason works for me.
I believe.
Drink up. Drink up to the end of our days. Here, my friend, to what's coming. And now, tell me about your glorious deeds. Or have you just been sitting on your ass, letting others fight the beasts of Zagor for you?
My past has got nothing to do with you.
Ah, I see. You want to leave it behind, do you? It is better that way. Let the past go. Forget old wounds. It's probably boring anyway. Yeah, you waste of space. Why don't you just do us a favor and drop yourself in a ditch?
Why aren't you in a den with the other berserkers?
What the fuck do you care? What are you, my mother? You do look like her, but she could hit harder. Fuck the berserkers. I don't have anything more in common with them. They would have exiled me to the valley sooner or later, so I beat them to the punch and left. Fuck them and their laws. You can have it much easier here.
Your reputation precedes you.
Let's just say, that crap-stained skinflap of a man was shooting his mouth off about me, and he didn't have anything better to say about you. It's about time someone pays him a visit. Now, You're the one to do it. That lying shit is telling people I killed a family out in the Badlands. Total fucking bullshit. I killed 5 families out in the Badlands. Parading around out there. Hardly a weapon between them. Like they wanted to die. Those dipshits got themselves killed. And now Riley spread it all around the dome. He's even got some of the guards believing his yammer. But if someone else were to shut him up, I'd be in the clear, and those guards would be off my back. Take care of him, and I'll make it worth your while.
You need to learn respect for others.
What? You think I'm a child? So piss off, or I'll give you your head on a plate.
Give people some respect, and you won't need to fight.
Let me tell you something right now. I'm gonna give your whore of a mother a reason to cry. Come here.
Put that weapon away.
That wasn't so good.
Is the fight over?
What do you care who I serve? I still serve you.
All right. You've made your point, so leave me alone.
What do you care who I serve? I still serve you, even though the other...
You gotta think before you go out and do that.
Why aren't you in a den with the other berserkers?
They were... Fuck. You can have it.
Your reputation.
Let's... It's a... That... I... Per... Vote... And... But... Take...
You need...
What? So...
You can try.
I'm gonna give your whore a...
Nobody fucking cares.
I'd definitely need a few more shards.
The comet killed this world.
No, that's the nice thing you're doing.
All right. You've made your point, so leave me alone.
You had better leave people alone from now on.
I got it.
From now on, keep your hands off the outlaws.
And if I don't?
Then you'd better find a bodyguard before I come back for you.
All right. Fuck it. You get your wish.
Smart decision.
That wasn't so good.
So you are taking their side, aren't you?
Hey, traveler. Is your throat dry? Are your feet aching? Whatever your problem, I have what you need. One good swig will cure all worries, and that's guaranteed.
Do you have any news to go?
News? I presume you're talking about news from in here. I don't hear anything. The future of the Dome City is the only topic people are concerned about right now. There's been peace in here for years, but right now, well, we're all set for things to boil over. I don't want to say it's the cleric's fault, but who else do we blame? The berserkers, the outlaws, the separatists? Me? I find it best not to blame anyone.
How is business?
Now that everyone is paying credit? Roaring. Not many people aren't happy to pay on credit. It's me that's holding the bill and hoping to get paid before I run out of supplies. Speaking of which, do you know where I can get any food supplies? I'll pay real shards to get more food supplies in.
Most people try to earn a profit in your situation, huh?
Try, yeah. Achieving is something different. I'd rather you get the supplies honestly, but if you take them from people who... But if you steal from those with nothing, then I don't want anything from you. I like to keep things honest.
Do you want to trade?
I'm on nobody's side.
Get out of here. You had better reconsider this.
Reconsider what? One wrong word and the clerics will throw you out of the city. So do us both a favor and calm the hell down.
Don't steal anything here.
When you do, make sure you bring some shards. I'm sick of giving...
Quit sneaking around. I can see you, idiot.
So, I have to go.
You should get out of here.
You lousy thief!
I'll take care of them.
Not now.
You damn thief. You gotta think before you go out and do that.
Get out of here! Hey, you're not allowed. Good idea.
So, I have to go.
Put the weapon down, friend.
Put the weapon down. The domed city is our last...
About Brabeck. You needn't worry about Brabeck. He'll leave you alone.
Leave me alone? He won't do that while he still draws breath. Oh, please tell me you didn't appeal to his conscience. He hasn't got one.
Don't worry. I made things clear to him. He won't be back.
Well, okay. Thank you. Thank you. That's what I wanted to hear. Wow. I might actually live through this year now. Thank you. Thank you. Here, this is for you.
Let's trade.
Okay.
Not wanted here. It's about time.
I have to go.
You are not wanted here. It's about time.
I have to go.
Ah, the gift and treasures of travel, for it brings new encounters. So what are you? Merchant? Bounty hunter? Or a nobody, like most people out?
I was an Alp once.
And you go around admitting that? And you're still alive? How'd you manage that?
Let's just say it's complicated.
Yeah, I can imagine. You anything to do with these separatists? Why are there so many of you guys coming to the Dome City?
You'll have to ask the separatists. I'm not one of them.
And I guess that's what I have to do. I was hoping you would have an answer. But as far as I see it, the way we are now, we should get along wonderfully with each other. I mean, otherwise, you wouldn't have even spoken to me, right?
How do people live?
Here, smoke one with me, before you start bombarding me with questions, yeah? I have the best stuff here.
What do you have to offer?
Troll dung, rat scab,
It's all first-class stuff. Snort it, smoke it, either way, you'll never forget the experience.
Forget it.
Well, that's your choice. From time to time, you need to open a door in your head and look inside, right? But if you won't, then all the more for me. That done, let's get into the real business.
What business?
Real business. A proper opportunity. You see, the clerics have had this city under their control for years. And the Duke thinks they're planning to take control everywhere, sooner or later. And he thinks the Dome City could be the starting point for their military campaign. So, my job is to find out if he's right, if there is something brewing that could be dangerous for us in Tavar.
What information have you gathered about the clerics?
Pretty much nothing so far. They've not been very loose-lipped around me. I must sorta stand out.
So, you want me to be your spy?
I want you to find out information. Now I can see in your eyes that you haven't fallen for the cleric's tricks. You aren't simple enough to believe every piece of troll shit you're fed.
What do you expect from me?
All that you have to do is get some answers out of somebody, and I've even got the guy lined up ready for you. His name is Lutz. He's one of Alois's technicians. As far as I know, he's trying to re-establish communications with the other clerics in Ignadon, while Alois will tell you the clerics here are neutral, separate from the ones in the Horde. Go and grill Lutz. Find out if there'll be an offensive soon. Do that, then come back to me as soon as you have any useful information.
So, what do you think? Should we get involved here?
Don't worry, there's no getting involved. You shouldn't have any trouble finding something out.
How many shards are you talking about?
Enough. The Duke is generous. I pay. That much you can be sure of.
Why do you think that these technicians will know about the cleric's plans?
Because he's the guy that maintains all the communications equipment. He must have heard something from the comms. And he's more likely to talk than anyone further up the chain. I want to know what he's heard. I need to know what he knows.
I heard you are having trouble establishing communications with the Horde in Ignadon.
That is just... Wait. How do you know that? That's confidential.
I just overheard someone talking about it.
So the word is out? That is a worry, a real worry. Well, we can't waste any more time. We need to fix that comms relay station before anyone tries to take advantage of our problems. Since you're in the know, can you help me?
We might be able to come to an agreement.
An agreement? Okay, sure, an agreement. As long as you help. If you don't help us, we could lose everything we have here. And if things fall apart out there, you can be certain that it will get bloody for everyone.
What's so important about fixing your communications right now?
We're awaiting the delivery of some combat mechs. But they haven't arrived, and we've no way to check why without communications being re-established. That's why we've got to get the link back up now, so we can find out what's going on.
What do you need combat mechs for?
I don't know. I guess they're worried about security. And supplies. We need firepower to get enough food and tech spares into the dome to keep things going. And that's before the Alps. Zakor might have left us alone recently, but who knows how long that'll last. But it's not just about mechs. It's about food and news and everything else. We need a link with the Hort to keep this place going. We need to get this fixed as soon as possible. And please, please, keep this problem confidential. Otherwise, we are very likely to face even greater challenges. Here are the coordinates of the relay station that's gone down. It's over to the northeast of the city. Head that way and keep looking out for an antenna on the horizon. But I have no idea what the issue is there. You might be able to fix it at the bottom, but there's a chance you might have to climb the antenna mast. There will be a device somewhere on site that you can use to recalibrate the antenna. I hope that'll be enough to fix the problem. Maintenance is always better than repair.
I spoke to Lutz.
You got me just in time. I was right about to light one up. So, go ahead. What did he say?
I assume you don't want to hear about the energy regulators.
No, I don't want you to put me to sleep. I need information about what the clerics are planning. He must have said something about their plans.
He didn't say anything that would interest you.
Are you sure? Completely sure that he didn't say anything useful? Maybe this will refresh your memory.
Yes, he wants me to help him re-establish contact with Ignodon.
How are you supposed to do that?
There's a defective relay station between Abessa and Ignodon. I'm supposed to readjust the antennas there.
Yeah, he doesn't look like someone who'd want to go outside the city. He's too cozy in his machine rooms. But we can use this to our advantage. When you readjust that antenna, you can install a little transmitter for me at the same time. That way we always have an idea what the clerics are up to. That'll make the Duke very happy.
Then shouldn't you do it and make the Duke happy?
Hey, the Duke already loves me. And I'll pay you. And pay you well.
Vivian sent me to talk to you about the technician's job.
Yeah, good. And I'd like to apply for the job. And I'm willing to pay any price to get it. While I'm certain there must be people better qualified than me, there isn't anybody.
How good are you at...
Absolutely crap. But I'm a... And did I mention...
What do you think about...
What's this got to do with the job? This job is... And I can... And as for my... And the better...
I've heard enough.
Okay. And remember to put in a good word for me with...
Are you here to seek shelter or to cause problems? This area is a sanctuary for refugees. There's nothing here for reavers, recruiters, or troublemakers.
I'm not a reaver.
Then I hope that means you're here to help. You know you wouldn't need to defuse things if you didn't get people wound up in the first place. Damn, this is like being back in Goliad all over again.
What brought you?
This is a place away from the war. If the people here wanted to join a faction, they would have. But some people aren't ready for that. Or they've been cast out. They have to go somewhere.
So there's no faction in charge here?
Well, the clerics keep order, but it's not like the Hort where entry means you have to join them. Here you can forget about factions.
You're a berserker.
I don't answer to Edan. And these people belong to no faction. I stand as their protector against anyone who would force them to do what... My only connection to Edan is my magic. I wish it was more, but wishes don't make things so.
Have you been exiled from...
Exiled? There are those in Edan who want to use my magic for their own purposes. Ever since my power started to grow, they changed me. Their mana changed me, and that change just won't stop. I'm becoming stronger and stronger. It is terrifying.
If that's true...
I have. But sometimes it overwhelms me. That's why I fight alone. If I lose control of a spell, there's a chance I could kill anyone and everyone around me. The warlords wanted to test me. Try my powers, to harness them. Now I need to find a solution myself. But to do that, I need to study the properties of Elex, to learn more about it.
I could use someone like you.
Use? There's a word I've heard too much. Well, count me out. I'm not interested in being used.
I could help you.
What do you know of what I need? What do you know of how to help me? Elex marks people. Mana, chems, exposure from food tainted by it. It stays with people. You have its mark on you. You're different somehow. What is it about you?
I took Elex in the past. Is that what you're seeing? Or is there something else?
Took it? You were fed it. You were an Alb soldier. Well, it seems we have something in common. We've both been fed Elex in one form or another. It's changed us. And neither of us know what that means we are now.
What do you think? My offer still stands.
And what exactly is it that you're planning?
I am going to... And I'm trying to put together a group skilled enough to win that fight.
And you think I'll take part in this?
In return, I will help your quest to find the Elex you're searching for. Then you can improve your magical abilities. You said yourself, the longer you are here, the more you fear your powers will overwhelm you. The longer you stay here, the more danger you put these people in. If you really want to protect them, you need to leave.
Even if that's true, why should I leave with you?
I was in a control power that really wants to control you. And I know what it's like when all that is taken from you. We can help each other.
And it's not like I have other options. Not in the long term. You're right. I'm hiding from it here. I need to get out there and find a real solution. I'll wait by the main gate, and we'll see if your actions can match your words. You should stock up here before we go.
I will meet you by the gate.
Just don't keep me waiting, or you might find I change my mind.
Very good.
Well, that was a serious waste of time, wasn't it?
Are you here to pay me those shards you owe me? Because I'm pissed at how long you're taking to pay.
We need to sort things out with those traders and get more supplies in.
Fuck all of it. I'm looking